As creatives, we can all get stuck sometimes during the creative process, whether that's with a proverbial blank page or in the middle of a project, either at a crossroads or at a seemingly dead end. I know how frustrating these situations are. The following are all tactics that have helped me out of these situations in the past, and I'm sure they can help you in finishing your best creative work too. Take some time to gather your resources beforehand. As a songwriter, often I would write down as many words as I could think of related to the song I wanted to write. I would then write down any rhyming words I could think of. Then I would write down any phrases that came to mind that might fit the song or sounded good. If you're a writer, maybe you'd write down character names, their histories, descriptions and traits, or ideas for different locations a story may take place in. There's many creative forms where maybe you'd collect images or create a mood board, something you can reference back to if you find yourself stuck, something that will guide you as a creative roadmap. We can become judgmental of our work during the creative process. I know I do. It's something that can really slow us down and often stop us in our creative flow. We find ourselves in the middle of a bad idea and we can't seem to find our way out. We can start to doubt our abilities and even our self-worth. Remember to have compassion for yourself. Often success is built on many failures. Don't be afraid of bad ideas. Even follow through on some of them and see where they lead. At worst, a bad idea is a learning experience. And in a different context, what seems like a bad idea now might actually be some of your best work. I'm currently reading Bono's Surrender, and he tells the story of how the band originally ditched one of their biggest songs, With or Without You, when a friend, Gavin Friday, listened to the track and suggested it just needed an alteration to the structure. It suddenly came to life. As a songwriter, I've definitely been guilty in the past of waiting for inspiration to show up, and those moments are beautiful. Everything falls into place, and it's as if the song wrote itself. Unfortunately, those moments are few, and I'm sure it's the same for every other art form. Creativity and imagination takes work and focus. Set aside time to practice your art, and remember, it is a practice. Some sessions will be more fruitful than others, but the more consistently you show up, the more improvement you'll see. Something I found particularly difficult with the creative process is getting down my ideas before wanting to edit them into something more refined. I find it's much better to keep the creativity flowing before starting to judge something as good or bad, cutting out ideas or trying to make things fit. You've probably heard the term spitballing and the phrase, "there's no such thing as a bad idea." To do this, you may want to spend one day in the creative phase and another day in the editing phase, or maybe split this into morning and afternoon sessions. By keeping the editing side of your brain out of the way of the creative side of your brain is going to help you find your creative flow. It's important to take breaks. Maybe you've heard of the Pomodoro technique, where you set a timer for up to 45 minutes. You focus on your task for the length of the timer. Then you take a 15-minute break before going back to focus again and resetting the timer. The technique works because our brain's optimal focus time is 45 minutes. Try to focus longer than this and we're simply not as sharp. So remember to take regular breaks, preferably with a change of scenery and some fresh air. The brain is mysterious in many ways. Have you ever tried remembering a fact or someone's name, but it won't come back to you? Then, later you'll be in the middle of a task and you'll remember without even thinking about it. Often our brains will solve creative problems when we get out of the way. Distracting your brain and taking a break won't always lead to creative breakthroughs or problem solving, but it'll help sharpen your mind again for another burst of creativity. So let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to trying any of these creative tactics, or if you have any creative tactics of your own.